Howdy y'all, HOWDY3X here. Today, playing a bit of a different game, and it's called Untitled Goose Game. Now in this game, there's not really a main story, but if I had to say a story, it's that you're playing a freaking goose who wants to add to their bell collection. And the only way to do this is to essentially terrorize a bunch of people. With that said, there are 25 trophies in total, all pretty miscellaneous. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's get loosey goosey. Once we load the game up and get a general idea of the controls, we can make our way to our first trophy, which is essentially to complete all the tasks in the garden. To complete the task, we have to firstly get into the garden. Next, we have to get the groundskeeper wet. Then we have to steal the groundskeeper's keys. Next, we have to make the groundskeeper wear his sun hat. And I found that the easiest way to do it is to get his current hat wet. It took me a few tries, but after you do that, he generally just picks up his sun hat. Next, we have to drag a rake into the lake. And then lastly, we have to have a picnic. And that's by bringing various items to the picnic blanket. But that's not the end. The end of the garden is when he decides he's had enough and he puts up a no goose sign, and we have to make him essentially smash his thumb with the hammer. And after that, we get our first trophy, y'all. Yes. Let's go, boys. The garden. After completing the garden, we then get into the area called High Street. Now, essentially, we just have to complete the task in this area, which is breaking the broom, trapping the boy in the phone booth, making the boy wear the wrong glasses, making someone buy back their own stuff, getting on TV, and essentially putting a bunch of stuff in the basket to essentially steal from the lady. Now, after all this, it does prompt another secret task just like in the garden. This time, we essentially have to lock the lady in her own garage. And then we get the trophy. Cool. The High Street. Let's go. Moving on to the third area of the game, we have the back gardens. In the back gardens, same thing, just completing a bunch of tasks. Essentially, make someone break the fancy face, helping the woman dress up the bust, which is used by stealing the hat, glasses, and essentially the pipe from the man, making the man spit out his tea, getting yourself dressed up with a ribbon, making the man go barefoot, essentially by stealing his shoes when he's not looking. And then we also have to throw a bunch of items into the water, as well as a bar of soap, and essentially wash all those items. Then of course, the secret task, which is making one of them prune the prize rose, and we get the trophy. The back gardens, boy. Let's go. Now for the last area-based trophy, this is at the pub. And the tasks include getting into the pub itself, breaking the dartboard, getting the toy boat, making the old man fall on his behind, being awarded a flower, which you have to do essentially by putting on a show, stealing a pint glass and dropping it in the canal, and then setting the table with all the essentials. And of course, the secret task is to bump a bucket on top of the manager. All right, the pub. But we do not condone underage drinking on this channel. So, I'm gonna let it slide because I need the trophy though. But kids, stick to water. Now, the last trophy of the quote-unquote story is essentially you getting the bell. And after you get the bell, you essentially have to speed run your way back because everyone's trying to take the bell from you. But once you drop that bell off, you get a trophy for finishing the video game. And that is the game. Now, there is technically one collectible trophy, and that is by collecting 5 different flowers. The tulip in the garden, the lily in the high street, the rose in the back gardens, the daisy in the pub, and the last one, the chrysanthemum. I hope I'm saying that right. The chrysanthemum in the miniature town at the end of the game. Look at that. A beautiful bouquet of flowers. We'll take those, we take those. Now for these next trophies, these are just goofy trophies at each of the areas. For the garden, there are 2. There's Nasty, where you just lock the groundskeeper out of the garden. You just do that by taking his keys. and then you close the garden area to them, and you get the trophy to pop up. Lock the groundskeeper out of the garden. Too easy, too easy. Next one, you essentially have to bring a cabbage to the picnic blanket area, and then you'll get yummy. Yummy. I don't know why I said it like that. After that, you make your way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and you're homebound. Cringe. But there is a whopping 5. So first, there's Ghastly. You have to trip the boy in the puddle. Ghastly. Poor kid. Poor kid. Next, you have to make the shop scales go ding. You just do this by putting a various amount of items onto the scale. Noisy. Next is Unlucky, and you just do that by bringing an umbrella into the TV shop and opening it. Unlucky. Then there's Devious, where you have to make someone from outside High Street buy back their own stuff. And what I did for this one was I just made the gardener buy back one of his tools. I just kept bringing stuff from the garden over there until he finally came over. And the woman was like, no, this ain't yours, this is mine, but really it was his. So he had to buy it back, and then this trophy popped up. Yeah, that's right, you make him pay for that. Devious. And then for the last one, we mess with the boy again, and we trap him in the garage. Poor kid. I've been beating this kid up. Dreadful. Let's go, boy. Now for the back garden, there are 4. Firstly, you have to catch an object thrown by the man. Careful. Let's go, boy. Second one you can get by bringing a box from the pub, putting yourself in the box, and then getting yourself thrown over the fence by the man. Intrepid. That was too funny for some reason. That was funny. Wow, that cracked me up. Next one's kind of a long one. It's called Pretty. You have to dress the bust up with things from outside of the back gardens. The easiest way to do this is to get a hat from either the gardener or the old man at the pub playing darts, grabbing a toothbrush from High Street, and then also one of the glasses from High Street as well. Then this trophy will pop up for you. Pretty. No. And the next one, you have to embark your inner messy and score a goal. Now to get this, you have to bring the soccer ball all the way from High Street from the boy. And then you have to score in the goal right outside of the ladies area.
Encara Messi, 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 gol, 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 gol.
Nimble. Let's go, boy. After that is the pub, and the pub only has 3. You have to sail the toy boat under the bridge next to the pub. Lovely. Let's go. You have to perform at the pub for the 2 ladies while wearing a ribbon from the back garden.
They are lucky to be in your presence. Now the turn. Yes, you are a tiny god.
Elegant. And then you just basically have to steal the old man's woolen hat while he's playing darts. And those are all the super goofy trophies out of the way. Cheeky. Now for the last few trophies before getting the platinum, they're all pretty quick. Essentially you just have to speed run all of the areas, that being the garden, High Street, back gardens, and the pub. Now these were all pretty easy. The only one that gave me trouble was the back gardens because of the thing where you have to wash a whole bunch of stuff with a bar of soap, and if you're not fast enough, the dude will just keep throwing stuff over the fence and it's just really annoying. But yeah, pretty easy. So I'll just speed run through those speed run trophies. And then we get the freaking platinum, y'all. And look at that, a secret prize. Oh goodness, this is actually a really fun game. It's a nice little small game. I enjoyed it quite a lot. The mechanics are wacky, but I mean, it's a goofy game. I enjoyed it quite a lot, and I hope y'all did too. And just like that, y'all, we got the platinum for Untitled Goose Game. Now this one's a pretty fast platinum. It only took me 6 hours. So if you want to try it for yourself, I highly recommend. Pretty easy. If you want to just mess around and mess with people, this is the game to do it. And pretty small video, or pretty short video I should say. But yeah, just wanted to thank everyone for watching these videos. I wanted to add this to the end of the last one, but I figured the last one was long enough. I'm going to try to work on getting videos out sooner. I'm hoping for every 2 weeks, if not every week, depending on the size of the game and how long it would take me to edit. With the last one, it's no excuse because my time management skills are garbage. But your boy graduated with his master's, and then I was also celebrating my boy's wedding. So yeah, I was just out of town and definitely could have got the last video out sooner, but just wanted to say I'm thankful for everybody watching, thankful for my friends and family supporting me, and I am also going to plug in my socials that I've made for this channel, hoping to grow this channel out more, and would love to hear some feedback from y'all on any of the socials. So if y'all enjoyed, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. Hope y'all have a great day. Peace.